Alright, this is a replay of my BT Crack new record. I didn't get the OBS record because unfortunately I had it set wrong, so I can't see the keys on this record, which sucks. But I'm just going to play it once and then I'll go back and do commentary about things to remember if I ever come back. Alright, so that was it. So you can see I messed up, I think it was 4 times. It's kind of crazy because I only beat Kleps by, or lost to Kleps by 5 seconds. Um, the crazy part, I think, was the ramp at the end. I think I got the best push you could possibly get. I was about to have a heart attack. I was so surprised by it. I went up so far, I thought I was going to get knocked back down. So, anyways, alright, I'm going to go over this. So right here, you try to get out the gate quick with the diagonal jump, and then kind of do a diagonal here to try and grab the wall as soon as you can. And just push. Here, you make sure you go up all the way, try to tilt left a little bit, and then mount. And now you want to try and get to the edge of this before you wall run, so it takes the least time. And then here, you want to kind of go up a little bit, so you don't pop fly. This part's pretty self-explanatory. This part's kind of weird. It's hard to explain. It's almost like you want to kind of like throw the mouse, and it kind of helps you time it, like swing it left to right. And you can dodge there to correct yourself as needed. Right here, I used to struggle a lot with this, and I finally learned that like I used to look at the wall, but I think it's better to look forward. And you got to know when you're looking forward, the more you angle out when you W key, the more momentum you get, which is why you see me looking kind of far out once I get across this little doorway. So like right here, if you think about the wall being slanted, it's actually pointed out quite a bit. And that's why right here I notch out just a little bit more so I get that extra push. And when you're actually playing and you can see the UPS meter, that helps you see that you're getting more of a push when you're turned outward. Nothing new here, except that again I turn outward a little bit to W key. Here I decided that it's still good to look at the wall because I had more success with it here trying to keep good speed. And then here I kind of took Kleps's method of you just kind of try to look at the ramp and then hit it as you go to the end, kind of going sideways with some speed so it'll push you up, so you angle back a little bit when you're looking at it, and when it starts to kind of get out of your view a little bit, you just kind of have to hit it. It's kind of dodgy, but you'll feel that little push. And then here I feel like this is where I made a great change to look forward and use my knowledge of now pushing out well by looking away from the wall a bit. And then right here you can twist, and then I know exactly when to hit it. Like if I don't have enough speed, like I know exactly where I can cut it out. And that helps me get my understanding relative to the ramp so I can kick up it quicker too. Here, you gotta know that it's just like a diagonal. You don't want to go more than that. It's like a 45, like that right there. Here, you gotta make sure you do not touch that wall, and you want to kick off it. So sometimes you have to air control to the right even a little bit if you can. And then when you get out of here, you have to make sure your mouse cursor is at least like 5 or 10 degrees past the middle here. So you get enough kick off the wall to go right. Like that. Nothing in here. Here, I struggled with this forever. So I think the thing you gotta do is kind of angle the mouse to kick at the wall. But there's also another trick where I learned from Kleps that if you don't touch the wall, like if you kick off it as soon as you can, it's more additive to your speed. So I try to twist and kick, and then I try to twist back and kick. And the twist back when I hit this wall is so I don't miss this ramp. So I try to just do kick, turn, and try to kick off that wall as fast as I can. And then just do a little extend. And here's the part Kleps helped me with a lot. I try to get a lot of speed here, and I try to angle the mouse over away from the wall, which I found that helps you climb the wall. And then when you just have to get lucky and hope it kicks you up about right here, which is perfect, and then you can just do a few back and forths. And here's where Kleps told me if you put one tap dodge to the mouse scroll wheel, you can just scroll the mouse wheel back and forth instead of hitting AD, 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 and it's much easier to time and think about. And when you get almost at the very top, if you get too far here, it's not going to work, but it's about right here. It's like a real sweet spot. And you got to turn and kick it, and it should pop you up. And now here, I've thought about this one so many different ways to try and get my mind wrapped around it. But at the end of the day, I think what helps me the most is to think about dodging this wall and catching onto it as if there were no gap here. And what I would need to do to be able to catch that, like what angle I would have to take to be attached to that wall. Which is basically like this angle right here. So I try to let go of the other wall when the angle that I'm throwing myself looks exactly like this, because I know that's the angle I attached to this wall at, and I know that means it's not throwing me away from the wall, if that makes any sense. So like just pretend I walked up to a wall here and I tried to like dodge on it, like space bar dodge and like attach to it, like this would work. It would be sloppy, but it'd work. So like that's just kind of how this gap has to be. So you try to turn the mouse first, get that good angle, and then it should catch. Now here, I practice this one a lot too. A lot of this, I actually practiced the obstacles quite a bit and got better at them. So here, I try to turn away from at least negative degrees on the axis here. So it pushes me further up the wall, or at least straight up if I can. And I got an insane push there. That's probably the best push I've ever gotten. But anyway, if you're not, I was kind of panicked, so I didn't think too much about it, but it's best if you can try and push back from this wall before you actually touch it, because again, that principle of if you don't touch the wall, it adds speed still applies. And so you can see as I push back, I try to angle back to kind of put my ass on the ledge. That's kind of what I say. So it just kind of helps you push up. And here I just try to extend as quick as possible as long as I have the running room. But when I come back, I try to extend close to the ramp and then turn and put my ass on the ramp. You just have to be careful to make sure you turn back and catch the ramp. You should turn back before you kick back. I kind of got lucky there that it caught. I start coming to my senses. I got lucky and got a 4 push. It was amazing. So that really saved that run because I fucked up 4 times. But yeah, that's it.